Okay, we are live again here on Wednesday, and I am going to go through the concentration slider once again. We tried this last week, but I had some sound problems. So, tech issues, it happens. Concentration slider. We have two different types of concentration. We have a type of concentration where we are passive. This is when we are focused on, for instance, watching television. We're taking in information. We're relaxed. We're absorbed into the moment. And there's not very much effort that we're putting into it. So we're just kind of letting it happen. That's the passive type of concentration. And then we have active concentration. Active concentration is when we are focused, fully engaged, learning something. We're leaning in. We've got high energy. We're engaged in that process. That's active concentration. Passive concentration, active concentration. That's the two types of concentration and focus that we're going to work with today. Now, the second thing to do to set this up to have the success for this is I want you to imagine in your mind a slider, kind of like what you would see uh, on a soundboard. So on one side of the slider, there is the passive focus. On the other side of the slider is the active concentration and focus. We're going to start over here on the left. So in your mind's eye, take the slider and slide it all the way over to the left. Close your eyes and imagine a time in your life when you were fully relaxed and having one of those moments where you're just absorbing information. Passive concentration, where you're just in the moment. Maybe you're watching a movie. There's not any effort that you're putting forth, you're just absorbing. And then step into that moment to feel what it's like. What are the feelings in your body? What are the sounds that you're hearing around you? And what is it that you're seeing out of your eyes? Good. And take a deep breath. Open your eyes. Close your eyes. And slide that slider all the way to the left again. And bring up another memory. Another moment when you are absorbed and relaxed and in that passive moment. You're just taking in information. Maybe you're uh, watching TV or a movie or just listening to music, letting something happen. Then step into that. Feel what feelings you have in that moment. Hear whatever sounds are around you and see what you see till those details are vivid in your mind. And then take a deep breath in, open your eyes, and close your eyes. And once more, have that slider all the way to the left. Bring up another memory, a third time when you're in that passive mode. Relaxed, absorbed, in the moment. There's no effort, but you're just absorbing information, absorbing sights and sounds and images. Step into that experience. Feel what you feel. Hear what you hear. See what you see. Make those vivid in your mind. And a nice deep breath in. And open your eyes. So we've just set up that passive side, that passive concentration. Now take the slider and slide it all the way over to the right. And close your eyes. And allow your mind to bring you to a moment when you were focused, actively engaged, fully engaged in a process, leaning forward with high energy, learning something, and step into that moment. Feel what you feel there. Actively engaged, powerfully focused, leaning in. Hear what you hear, see what you see. Just make those details vivid and colorful in your mind. And take a deep breath in. And open your eyes and close your eyes. Slide that slider all the way over to the right. And once again, allow your mind to take you to a different moment. Another moment of focused, active concentration, fully engaged, leaning in, high energy. Feel what you feel as you step into that moment. And hear what you hear and see what you see. Just let all those details get clear in your mind, and becoming vivid and loud. Then take a deep breath in. Open your eyes and close your eyes. And slide the slider all the way over to the right once again. Allow your mind to take you to a third moment when you're fully actively engaged, leaning forward, focused on what's happening, and totally part of the moment. High levels of energy. Step into that moment to feel what you feel there, to hear the sounds around you. See what you see out of your eyes in that moment. And allow those details to get powerful in your mind. Vivid and colorful. And then take a deep breath in. And open your eyes. And now close your eyes. So in your mind's eye, just imagine that slider from the left to the right, and have the slider starting right in the middle. Now, in your mind's eye, just focusing on that slider, slide it all the way to the left and bring up all those feelings from those moments of passive, absorbed moments of focus, of concentration, where there was no effort. All those different moments, all those different feelings blending together. And then slide it all the way to the right. Now feel all those active moments, the focused, engaged, energy moments where you're leaning forward, leaning in, focused and aware. And slide it all the way back to the left. Back to those passive moments where you're just absorbing information. You're leaning back, just letting it all in. Slide it all the way to the right, back to that fully engaged, energized you who's leaning in and just fully in that moment. And once again, bring it back to the passive concentration where you're absorbing, where you're listening, where you're watching, and not putting any full effort into it, just allowing it to happen. And then slide it all the way over to the right. Once again, fully engaged, active, high energy, leaning in. What's happening? And bring that right back to the middle now. Nice deep breath in. Open your eyes and close your eyes. Bring up that slider from the left to the right. That slider of concentration. Now bring it all the way over to the left. Once again, feel that passive focus, that relaxed concentration where you're absorbing and you're not putting in much effort. And slowly this time, begin to move the slider from one side to the next. So moving it slowly to the right, nice and slow. And as you do that, just notice the passive feeling beginning to fade away and that active feeling beginning to get stronger as you get higher up and higher, moving further and further to the right until you're all the way over into that active focus, fully in that moment, leaning in with high energy. And begin to slide it back, turning that down, turning up the passive, turning down the active. Noticing it's fading, blurring from one to the next until it's right in the middle. And then moving into that passive side where you're relaxed, just absorbing information, letting it happen. And begin to slide it back again towards the right, nice and slow, fading away the passive till it's about halfway between the two, and now back over towards that active side where the focus is getting stronger, more engaged, leaning deeply in, fully in present in that moment. And begin to slide it back again, nice and slow, letting go of that energy until you're right in the middle, and then over to the passive side where you relax once again. Just absorbing, not putting a lot of effort in, just letting it all flow through. And then sliding it back across to that right side powerfully, stronger and stronger, all the way to the right till it's powerful, engaged in that moment, leaning in, high energy. And then blend it right back down to the middle. Nice deep breath in. And open your eyes. You have just installed a concentration slider. You now have the ability to intentionally decide how you show up in a moment when you're learning something, when you're engaging in something. All you do is you simply close your eyes, and in your mind's eye, even with your eyes open, you can do this. In your mind's eye, you just move the slider over to the right or move the slider over to the left. Experience those feelings. Put yourself in that state that you choose to be in now. There you have it, the concentration slider. Let me know what you think, what your thoughts are. Tell me how well this works for you, and if there's something else that you'd like to learn or experience. Love to get your feedback. Until next week, signing off. Hopefully the sound was here this time, and we will all see you. I'll see you all soon.